Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to UFC's Best Bets. Today we're doing UFC Fight Night Michel Pereira versus Anthony Hernandez. And we're going to be breaking down the entire card, giving you my best bets for the entire card. And we're going to get right into it. I don't feel too well, so this might be a little bit of a low energy video, but we're just going to make it quick, make it easy so you guys can get your bets in. And so I don't keep you here too long. We're going to start with the prelim pickers. I got three prelim picks. First one going is Melissa Martinez moneyline minus 125. She's just Alice Ardelin, dude. She lost to Shawana Benin, whatever the fuck her name is, the Irish girl. She looked kind of bad in that fight. I don't think it should have been a split decision at all. I thought Benin won that fight pretty comfortably. Melissa Martinez looked pretty good inside. What is it? Combat Americas or whatever it's called. She was knocking girls out. I mean, they're bums. Ardeline also is knocking out bums. Like, these girls are cans, 1-3, 3-2, 3-2, 2-0, 0-3. Like, they're not fighting super high level competition. This is probably going to be their hardest test yet, is each other. And I think Melissa Martinez is a little bit better in the stand up, and Alice is going to have a little bit of a problem with the kicks. I think Melissa is really, really quick, and I think she's going to set her up pretty nice. The over 2.5s minus 375, really, really chalky, but if you want to take it, you can. If you want to add in the parlay, again, I don't recommend ever putting anything above minus 300, but if you want to take the risk, put it on a parlay, but I don't think it's worth it. Next, we have Jocelyn Edwards at a minus 260 money line. The over 2.5 for this fight's minus 400. Wouldn't even blink an eye at it, but it is there. Tamires Vidal is just not good, dude. She's lost to two girls inside the UFC who are terrible, I think. Melissa Gatto knocked her out with a body shot, which was like, what the fuck? I don't even know how the hell she got that. Rendon also got her with a split decision. You shouldn't even be getting Rendon. Like, I feel like Vidal has enough power to be taking a girl like Rendon out. She should have, to be honest. Ramona Pascual. I mean, that was a terrible fight too. She has a win over Eileen Perez for disqualification because Perez hit her with some illegal kicks. Like, Jocelyn Edwards is really good in the stand-up. Very, very lanky, very long frame for 135. If there was a 145, she probably would be at 145. Jocelyn Edwards is a very big girl. Vidal, dude, she hasn't shown any improvement. She's had 2 years inside the UFC. Her best one was her debut, and Edwards is looking like she's going to be able to deal with the pressure of Vidal, and the fact that she just fought Eileen Perez, took a round from her. It shows a bit of an improvement on Edwards' side, and at a minus 260. I mean, she should be showing improvement. Vidal is just terrible. I would stay away from her at all costs. Next, we have Mateus Nicolau versus Azu Almabayev. That's his name, right? Yeah. We're going Mateus Nicolau. Money line. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because Azu Almabayev is most likely not going to stand and strike with Mateus Nicolau, and the only losses Mateus Nicolau has on his career are knockouts. He deals with wrestlers pretty well. He's fought the best of the best. He's fought Manel Kape. He's fought these guys who are going to like try and pressure you the whole time, try and be up in your grill, and Azu Almabayev's not any different, right? And I don't think he's going to have the power to take out Nicolau like these other two guys, Alex Perez and Brandon Royval. He's been knocked out 4 times in his career, but again, he's taken 6 months off, so I hope he's feeling a little bit better at this point. But if he gets chinned here, I think Mateus Nicolau's done and he needs to retire, because he's obviously going to just be chinny. But dude, at a plus 170, Mateus Nicolau's value. You can't disregard him this week. Almabayev's still good, dude, but he has 2 losses on his record against a dude who's actually literally terrible, and Tayyar Ulanbekov, who's absolutely nasty. But again, he's had a 16-fight win streak or something like that, whatever it is. He's a very sophisticated martial artist. It's just his striking's questionable. His takedowns are a little bit questionable. When he gets them, is he able to hold the guys down all the time? Not really. Sometimes guys are able to explode out and get the advantage on him. And at a plus 170, I'm going to play Mateus Nicolau all day, especially because he was like 1 fight away from fighting for the title. We're going to move on to the main event now. Actually, there is also the under. I forgot to mention, there also is the under 2.5 in this fight for Mateus Nicolau versus Azu Almabayev, and it's plus 230. And seeing as Mateus Nicolau only gets finished in his fights when he loses, Plus 230 is not too bad. Mateus Nicolau is a decent submission artist as well. He's decent with his hands. He maybe could chin Azu. I don't think he will. But there is always the possibility, and at plus 230, I'm pretty sure fight not to go the distance plus 195. I would be looking at that line for sure. We're going to move on to the main event here. We have Darren Elkins versus Daniel Pineda. I'm going Darren Elkins. Very gritty fighter. Going to take Daniel Pineda to a very long decision. Decision sitting at a plus 350, I believe. The money line for Darren Elkins sitting up minus 110. I think he's just better. Daniel Pineda's last win was Tucker Lutz, who was on his way out of the UFC, and the win before that was Herbert Burns. I just can't pick Daniel Pineda, bro. He hasn't won in like 5 years against a reasonable opponent. Darren Elkins is still beating up guys who are they're making their way into the UFC and then losing and then getting kicked out, but he's still winning. He's 40 years of age, so we're going to see a very big drop probably in the cardio from Darren Elkins. But until I see Darren Elkins completely fade, I'm not going to stay. I'm always going to bet on him. I love Darren Elkins. This guy's an absolute monster. He comes out of bad situations all the time. He loses rounds and then comes back and wins the next two. He's very, 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 very smart. The fight IQ is very, very high, and at a minus 110 against Daniel Pineda, who's almost the same age as him. Why not? Next, we have Charles Johnson versus Sumadarji. I'm taking Charles Johnson money line after that knockout of Joshua Van. All hail Charles Johnson, Inner G. Sumadarji's been having some problems on the ground, getting choked out by triangles by Tim Elliott and Matt Schnell. Excuse me for a second. And I think in this situation, Charles Johnson's going to keep it on the feet. Sumadarji is very, very sophisticated in the standing. And it's going to be a close fight. I think the over on this fight's probably your best bet. But I really like the line of Charles Johnson, especially at a minus 225. It's not too chalky. The over 2.5 is minus 215, which I do like a lot. It's a lot better if you're trying to stay away from Charles Johnson because you're worried about Sumadarji. Sumadarji very, 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 very good on his feet. He has very powerful striking. It's going to be a very similar fight to Van and Charles Johnson. And I'm going to be very interested to see if Sumadarji is going to be able to get it done, seeing as he's coming down, right? Is he coming down, or is Johnson taking this at bantamweight? I got to figure this. No, it's at 125. Sumadarji's coming down. So, just saying, there's a lot of what-ifs coming up. Especially when Sumadarji always showed very exceptional boxing. He's taken a year off. I don't know, man. We don't know, but we do know Charles Johnson's very, very high level, and he's been improving at a rapid rate that's almost questionable at this point, especially seeing that he's almost 34. This dude's learning shit way quicker than I could ever have imagined, to be honest. We're going to move on to our best bet of the week. I know a lot of people have been taking this. I was actually thinking about making Darren Elkins my best bet of the week. I was this close to doing it. I just don't want to make something too chalky my best bet, but we're going to make an underdog our best bet. And I know a lot of people are taking it, but we're also doing it. Michel Pereira versus Anthony Hernandez. We take the side of Pereira. I love Fluffy. I really do, dude. Fluffy Hernandez is one of my favorite fighters. I just don't know. I like under 1.5 rounds. What is it? Under 2.5 rounds, minus 150. Let's see what under 1.5 is here. Plus 145. Let's write that down real quick. Under 1.5 at a plus 145. That is value, guys. You have Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, who has 4 subs inside the first round. Very, very slick with the guillotines. Rear naked chokes are nice. Arm triangles are there, but the guillotines are his bread and butter. Michel Pereira with 14 finishes inside the first round, 8 by KO, 6 by submission. The under 1.5, you have to take a look at that, especially if you're just betting singles, if you're trying to make parlays and not bet fighters because you're too worried about and you don't want to pick and you're flip-flopping. I love Michel Pereira, bro, but the under 1.5 could be good too, because if Michel Pereira gasses inside that first round, Fluffy's going to start piecing him up and it might be ended even quicker. I think it's going to be a one round fight, to be honest. It's a main event, but it's tough, man, because he has 3 finishes in a row. Andre Petrosky, Mikhail Olajejek. Jesus Christ, that one was tough. Ihor Potieria. These aren't super high-level guys, except for Mikhail. I mean, I rate him quite high. I think he's very good, but, well, decent, quite decent. It's it's just weird. Fuck. I don't think Fluffy's getting out of 1.5 rounds, man. He's gotten knocked out inside the first round. Kevin Holland gave him a knee. He got Anaconda choked inside the second round in a minute. Like, I don't think Fluffy's making out at 1.5 rounds. Plus 145 is a really good bet. But Michel Pereira, I'm taking it. I think by finish inside the first round's 100% going to happen. Let's see what the odds are here. Michel Pereira round 1 plus 400. There you go. That's dude. Drop $20 on it. Holy shit. Drop a couple units, whatever you're betting. I mean, that's pretty insane. We're going to move on to the parlay section real quick. We're going to drop 4 parlays on you. And we'll get you out of here. And I want to bet these fights before the lines change here. We're going to do Melissa Martinez moneyline, Elise Reed moneyline, Jocelyn Edwards moneyline, and John Matsumoto moneyline. John Matsumoto's fighting Brad Katona. Brad Katona, a very durable fighter. If you do like the decision on that side, it is a plus 100 for John Matsumoto. That parlay comes out to plus 442 for all money lines. That's a early parlay that you can get done. It only includes one main event fight, which is the beginning one. You can use that cash to win you some main event picks. We also have a prop parlay, which I don't like doing too often, but Darren Elkins decision plus 350. Take it on its own if you like it. Mateus Nicolau decision plus 275, plus 1,587. So one unit's going to get you. So if $10 is going to get you $168 back. That's huge. I like Darren Elkins by himself for decision. Mateus Nicolau, I like the money line a little bit better, but I will be parlaying this, dropping a little bit of cash on it. Next parlay, we also have Darren Elkins money line and Michel Pereira money line. That is 4-1 on your money, plus 305. That is unreal. I'm going to put a couple units on that for sure. It seems really easy. Michel Pereira most likely going to win that fight. Darren Elkins a lot more durable than Daniel Pineda. I think he's going to get it done. We also have, we're going to parlay every single one of our best bets that we did here. Let's see. Melissa Martinez money line. We have Jocelyn Edwards money line. We have Mateus Nicolau money line. We have Darren Elkins money line. We have Charles Johnson money line, and we have Michel Pereira money line. That's going to bring your 6-pick parlay out to $3,715. $10 is going to get you $380 if we hit this week. That is absolutely insane. I would highly recommend against betting a 6-pick parlay, but hey man, I might drop $10 on it. You know what? I am dropping $10 on it. If you guys are coming in with me, let's do it. Whatever. That's all I got for you guys this week. We will be doing the live stream on Saturday. I will try. I'm supposed to be helping my grandfather out with some fucking yard work. We're going to try our best to get back before the first fight start, but if I don't, we're definitely going to be here for the main event 100%. And the recap will be done immediately after the card finishes. That's all I got for you guys this week. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. I will see you all later. Peace.